Well, hello, YT family. I am back with you with vlog update number 12 on My Name is Victory. And I am now in my fourth week of radiation therapy. And so I want to give you a little bit of updates. I am starting to experience some of the side effects of radiation therapy, such as the darkening of the skin, and there will be a picture. A couple things they gave me to put on my skin. So they gave me this Aquaphor for my skin. They gave me this product called Mioderm. So I put this on my skin to help it as it's going through the radiation therapy. And just recently, in this fourth week, I have started to experience some irritation underneath the breast. So they gave me Melaplex transfers, and so it's like foam light, and so to go underneath, so stop, prevent the skin from rubbing together, and also allow it to stay dry. Aleve or Advil, some like that, to alleviate the pain um, that I may have. And I'm a little swollen on this side as well. It is different from chemotherapy, but in of course, with most things there are side effects and things that you have to be mindful of. And I did mention that I was using an herbal deodorant. So this is the herbal deodorant that I'm using. And one of the things that I have been using is a Mary Kay product, and it is called the Lash and Brow Building Serum. And so I have been using this I started last week, and so my brows are in, so there will be a picture showing you my eyebrows, and my lashes are coming in, and there will be a picture showing you my eyelashes. But I use this at night after I clean my face and everything, so I can really just build them up. And my eyebrows are getting a little thick, and so it'll be easy for when I go in to have them threaded, that they know where to thread. So I'm excited for that. And plus, that also reduces the amount of time that I spend on my eyebrows, because when I didn't have any eyebrows, I really had to get up early enough really to get those eyebrows on, because they frame your face. And always remembering that they're sisters, not identical twins, because that drove me crazy. The other thing, I have been taking my supplements, and I had mentioned that earlier, especially when I was going through my chemotherapy, but I never shared with you what I was taking. And so I take this, and this is the women's version of the multivitamin, and it is very good, and the studies on it is really good. I order those. I take this, and that's the Florify, which is a probiotic, which is a really good probiotic. And I mean, I need them now, but I really needed them when I was going through chemotherapy, because just my gut cells were getting killed off faster than normal. And then the other thing is, I am still taking my iron. And before I knew about the Melaleuca vitamins, I liked Sundown products. So I do take my iron, and I always had been challenged in the area of my iron. So I really needed to take a supplement anyway. So I believe, in terms of the things that I've been using to help myself through this process, yes, those are the things I wanted to share with you all. I'm very excited about how clear my mind is now after finishing chemotherapy, and that my wits are quicker. and returning to normal. And that really excites me because, yes, it's just something when you can't think like you used to think prior to chemotherapy. And then when you get to the other side and finally all those chemicals are out of your body, you can think like you used to think, and you can manage multiple things and multitask. I mean, that is exciting to me, to be able to do that and get into, you know, some more complicated kind of things. You know, it's just great. But overall, I'm doing well. I go see my medical oncologist. So there may be a part two to this video. And if there's no part two, then oh well. So we'll have to see, what he says. And then I may have to share that with you all. So hello, YT family. It is the next day. I met with my medical oncologist today. And overall, he just, just looked at me, asked me how I was doing, and checked my breathing and those kind of things. And he didn't examine the breast area because, of course, he was right. At this phase in time, now my skin is sore, tender, irritated, all those kind of things. One of the things that we talked about, which he had mentioned before, and I wasn't quite interested in having the test then, and really not heavily interested in having it now, but it makes sense, and I agreed to have it, and that is the BRCA testing. It is a genetic testing, and he had asked if anyone in my family had ever had the test, and no, my mother, well, she's 6 years post, so with her uterine cancer and her whole complete hysterectomy and all those kind of things, and she did not have the BRCA testing then. And so he brought it up again, and I agreed to have the test, and we know it will come out negative. And it's always interesting when you're praying about things. Certain things you want to be positive, and certain things you want to be negative, and those kind of things. But this test, we know, will come back negative. And really, what it is, it lets you know if there's a mutation in that BRCA gene. And it's like, you can go and look it up for more technical information. But if there is a mutation in there, then a person is more genetically predisposed to certain cancers. A female more predisposed to breast cancer or ovarian cancer. And then there's things that you can do to for preventive things and those kind of things. And then you just have to you'll be on a higher alert status when you are being screened. That you just have to be screened more aggressively than someone else that it may be whose test was negative. If your test came out positive. And then, as you know, some people do a little bit more, depending on how it runs in the family. So I will be the first one in my family to have that testing done. And I was just reading, and at the end of December of last year, I just saw the push of the task force about people being screened for that BRCA mutation. If they have certain cancers that have shown up in their family, if a family member has it, or if that person has had breast cancer or ovarian cancer. So, yes, I will let you know how that goes. But remember, we're praying for it to be negative. But still, even having had breast cancer, of course, I will be screened more rigorously anyway, so. And then the other thing is I wanted to talk about was, daily getting ready to go over for my appointment. And as I mentioned, it takes me longer to get there than the appointment takes. And, getting up, hooking that face up, looking decent and those kind of things. And it was easy when I was just going once a week to do it. You know, it wasn't a, my energy was lower, and of course with the chemotherapy, but it was easier um, going once a week. um, Going daily, you have to make up your mind that you're gonna, get up and, do your look and all those kind of things and look decent and smell good. And I believe it inspires other people when you come in and you look good and your makeup looks good and all those kind of things. And um, you may wear a pair of cute shoes. You just, that's little extra things, and it just causes other folks, say, I'm gonna put in a little extra effort. And it's something about when you do that, you just feel better. You just adds to the therapy. Let me say it like that. It adds to the therapy. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Until the next time, take care.